Hi students. So we are going to start a new chapter. It is chapter 4 of history, the Mauryan Empire. And first we will discuss about the syllabus. What is the syllabus of this chapter? Main syllabus it is the sources, Arthashastra, Indica, Ashoka edicts and Sanchi Stupa. This is the first important point. Second one it is administration of Chandragupta Maurya and Ashoka Dama. These are the three important points that is to be learned in this chapter. Okay. So already we have completed this chapter in the live class. I think all the three teachers, ABC teachers, have completed this. So still once again we will revise this chapter. Okay. Say first we need to know about Mauryans. Who are Mauryans? The Mauryan Empire was founded in the 4th century BC by Chandragupta Maurya. Who was the founder of? Who was the founder? It's Chandragupta. Chandragupta Maurya was the founder of Mauryan dynasty. Okay, how did he come into power? He overthrew the Nandas from Magadha and the Greek satraps from the northwest frontier and unified the large part of the Indian subcontinent under his centralized government. That means he defeated the Nandas and the Greek satraps and he organized a complete area. That area is known as the Mauryan Empire. And how could we know more about this, or how which king among those Mauryan empires is more famous? So we know about Ashoka. Okay, Ashoka, who was a great follower of the Buddhism. Okay, and with him and with the Kalinga war, this Mauryan dynasty is more famous. And here we should know mainly about the sources, how we could know about the Mauryan dynasty. First source is literary sources. Literary source means the literary works, the books. See, the first book what we are having is Arthashastra written by Kaudilya. What is Arthashastra written by Kaudilya? This is the most important source to know about the Mauryan Empire, Arthashastra. This is a book related to the political administration. Okay, the book Arthashastra means it is a science of how to rule the country. Science written on the book how to rule a country. That is called Arthashastra, written by Kaudilya. And Kaudilya had some other names. What are those names? That is Vishnugupta and Chanakya. Kautilya has two more names, that is Vishnugupta and Chanakya. He was the advisor and prime minister of Chandragupta Maurya. Who is Chandragupta Maurya? Chandragupta Maurya was the founder of Mauryan dynasty. And Arthashastra was written in Sanskrit. It's a comprehensive manual, deals with the politics, rules of diplomacy, principles of administration, and other political topics. So already said it's a political book. What is Arthashastra was a political book. Okay, so this is about Arthashastra. So from this Arthashastra we can know, because how can we know about the Mauryan administration from the Arthashastra? Because the Chandragupta Maurya ruled his country on the base of this book written by Kautilya. Okay, that is why the administration of Mauryan Empire we can know much about through this book. Second one is Indica. So another book, Indica, what is written by Megasthenes, a Greek ambassador of the Chandragupta Maurya's kingdom. Okay, he was a Greek ambassador from the Greece. Who Megasthenes was a ambassador. That means a representative from the Greece in the court of Chandragupta Maurya. Then what he has written? What is the content of the book Indica? Okay, so in this book, Megasthenes has written about what he heard from the people and what he experienced when Chandragupta Maurya ruled the country. Okay, what he heard, saw, and experienced when he was there in the Mauryan Empire. Who? Megasthenes. So all those things he has written in a book That book is known as Indica. Hope it is very clear for you. Okay, we are moving to this is a picture of. So here it is a picture of Chanakya, it is given here. Okay. So we are moving to the next point, that is archaeological sources. What is archaeology? Archaeology which are discovered. Okay. Archaeology mainly means it can be called as some pillars or stones or some other tools or something, that is called archaeological source. Mainly we get the historical sources. So edicts of Ashoka. What is this edicts? In simple words, not of going in detail to that, in simple words we can say these edicts are the stone inscriptions or writings that was on stones. Okay, written on stones or pillars. You might have seen the landmarks where it is written on the side of the road, some things on a stone or on a piece of something, it is Prime Minister Awas Yojana, it is written like that, no? And when it was found, when it was started, or a stone will be there. Such types of stones which inscribed or which has written, on which it is written the rules and regulations of that particular country, what the people has to follow. Okay, rules and regulations of the country has written and what it is shown to the public. So as we are having some flex or some notice that was not existed in those days. So what they used to do, the king, the workers, they used to write on the pillars or rocks these rules of the kingdom, and they kept, or the commands of the king, they kept on the roadsides or somewhere in the part of the village they kept. So such things are known as edicts. Okay. So in simple words, the edicts of Ashoka from the most importance of Mauryan history. They are the oldest, best preserved and precisely dated records of India. These edicts are inscribed on rocks, pillars throughout the country. And almost how many edicts are there? 14 major rock edicts are there. 7 pillars edicts and number of minor rock edicts. 14 main rock edicts on rocks. And some other 7 pillars edicts are there, and some small also is there. Okay. So from this we can know about the most important event of Ashoka's reign, and who has inscribed all these things, or on whose commands it was inscribed. Mainly it was under the kingship of King Ashoka. Okay, these things were done under the kingship of King Ashoka. After the War of Kalinga, he was enlightened, or can be said as he changed his mind. Okay, so what the people should follow newly. This is not the kingdom what I am going to begin. It is a new kingdom. What it was, it will not be. There can be a new. So that is what Ashoka. That is why Ashoka inscribed. Ashoka has written many new things on this to inform about the people. To inform to the people about the new changes. Okay. So these are the things what we not know. They mainly about the killing of animals. He prohibited completely killing of animals, sacrifices in the temples, and what code of conduct the people should follow. All these things are written in the edicts. So next we can see the Sanji Stupa. Okay, Sanji Stupa. What it is? A stupa is a semi-spherical solid dome-like structure made of unburned bricks and stone. The stupa, you know what it is? It's the constructional structure it is. The Buddhist stupa has significant special importance. It represents the spiritual body of Buddha, contains his relics such as hair, teeth or bones. What is the importance of this? This Sanji Stupa, it is given here. You can see. It is a structure, a constructional structure it is, or can be called as a building, a monument. Where what is the importance of this? Where the relics, the body parts of Buddha is kept. It's a holy place, can be called as a holy place of Buddhism. And casket containing all the relics. And what it is? The foundation of the Sanji Stupa was laid by Ashoka. What is the most important? The foundation stone. Or who started working with this? Okay, Ashoka was the main person who founded this, or can be called as who was behind the construction of this building. Then there are 4 gateways in 4 directions. They have a carved panel depicting events from the life of Buddha, some tales from Jataka stories. Buddha is presented by symbols like the people tree, lotus, and on the 4 gates or the walls of the stupa, what is written? The various forms of Buddha. It is drawn. What are the main forms? People tree, lotus, or a wheel, and some other appearances of Buddha is carved on these walls. This is about Sanchi Stupa. From this also we can know about the Mauryan dynasty. And once again I will revise. So here we have discussed in the first portion, we have discussed about the Mauryan Empire. Chandragupta Maurya was the famous Mauryan emperor who founded the Mauryan dynasty, and it became more famous with the King Ashoka and the Kalinga war. Okay. Then what are the main sources? The main sources was the literary sources, that is Arthashastra written by Chanakya, Vishnugupta or Kaudilya. There are 2 more names for him. Okay, then Indica by Megasthenes. Then about the archaeological sources, that are edicts of Ashoka. Then about the Sanchi Stupa. So through this we could get more knowledge about the Mauryan dynasty. Hope it is very clear for you. This is the first most important point that is to be covered from this chapter. So next we need to go with the administration of Chandragupta Maurya and Ashoka's Dharma, that we will see in the next class. Okay, hope you understood the topic. Okay, thank you.